A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, I would be sharing a very important piece of guidance. And it has come for all those people who are stuck with third-party blocks, who are stuck because of karmic, because of their twin flame is busy with the karmic, enjoying with the karmic or happy with the karmic. And they don't know why it is so, why this is the reason. Even if it's a false twin, or in the past if it was a false twin, because false twin relationships are very painful and they are extremely important for some people to go through. Some people have to go through false twin relationship because they have a big connection. They have a very, very important connection with their twin flame journey, which does not start only when they meet the twin flame, by the way. Those people who get into false twin relationships, their journey starts long back. Okay? So they always meet their twin flame midway, which means once they finish the false twin, or in some cases the day they decide to get out of the false twin relationship, that very day itself they meet the twin flame. That also happens with some people. So why am I talking about the false twin? Maybe it's a part of the channeling, maybe it's a part of the message. Some of you are supposed to listen to this. Those of you who don't, then you focus on the karmic or the third party, and you also focus on something, anything that the karmic has which you don't have. Okay? Because of which you think your twin flame went to the karmic. What the universe is saying is that why do we call this person karmic? They are trying to tell in this channeling session through this message that there is a reason they are called karmics, and there is a reason they are successful in getting what they want on a 3D level. So there are three parts of this. Let me step by step explain to you. The last part is why they are so successful in the three-dimensional reality, and what is your concern with them. Why are you concerned about them? Why are you bothered about them? Why are they triggering you? Why did they successfully take away the man you wanted to be with? Blah blah blah. Or even if, as I said, it was a false twin, your false twin also leaves you, goes with someone else, marries that person, and you know that this man married this woman for a certain reason, because it's a false twin. You know, false twins are all really big time selfish psychos. So, So karmics are very successful in the three-dimensional reality. They are very successful in manifesting whatever they want in the three-dimensional reality. So when you manifest a karmic in your life, which is meant to happen, by the way, in the twin flame journey, all of these people, you are supposed to meet them. It's not like a surprising thing, oh, how come there is a karmic in your relationship? If not a karmic, then a karmic template has to happen. If you have already faced a very strong karmic in the form of a woman or a man in your false twin relationship, then in the twin flame relationship, you will come across a progression of the karmic in the form of karmic template, which means this time it will not be a person, but it will be that energy in the form of an object. Okay? So what is that object? What are the things that matter in karmic world or 3D world? Obviously looks, bodily beauty or looks. Number two, actually number one is money. Number one is wealth. In the three-dimensional reality, number one is fame, wealth, actually wealth, then fame, or you can say fame can be 2, 3, there is a debate on that, there can be. Then is beauty or looks, and then is fame. In some cases, it can be fame on number one. In some cases, it can be body on number one. In some cases, it can be wealth on number one. It depends on person to person and what exactly you are getting triggered with on a deeper level. Those of you who have figured out, okay, this popularity thing is all nonsense, you will obviously attract a very mature twin flame who will be not so bothered about these type of things, but you might attract a twin flame who is definitely concerned about wealth or physical beauty. And one more thing is showing up, and that is image consciousness. Okay, so here what is happening is that there is a twin flame, divine feminine or masculine, that is not important in this channeling, but there is a twin flame who is in love, deeply in love with their twin flame, the other counterpart, and they want to work out this relationship because they know their twin also loves them, cares for them, or whatever, attracted to them, and this and that. But they have this very horrible kind of runner-chaser dynamic, constantly trying to figure out where this relationship is going and blah blah blah. After some time, they are done with the phases of runner-chaser dynamic, or the runner-chaser dynamic will not be that strong now. They might come and go again, but it will not be to a very, like a strong way, like not very intense runner-chaser. If they come out of separation also, or if they come out, or if they are deep into surrender also, then too, if the twin comes back and they start talking, then instantly it will not become bed of roses. Okay, it will take time. But yes, both the twin and the feminine or masculine, they will both realize that it's pointless to do this disappearing and ghosting and all that. So they will prefer to stay around at least. At least they will be one call away or one message away. Even if they are not very deeply into each other. That can happen, okay? So that's why we say some people are in contact and this and that. Now, none of this is important actually, to be honest. Contact, no contact, marriage, engagement, none of this is important. Because when you get into union, when it's real union, then it will be different for different people, okay? But the karmic comes in your life because the karmic is going to act as a very strong element, a very strong emotion that you feel is a difficulty in your happiness and relationship. As in, so maybe the masculine or the feminine chooses a karmic who is famous, or say if not famous, popular. These days many people are popular. You go on Instagram, every second, third person is popular because you can buy the views, you can buy the likes, and if you keep creating content, if you keep doing whatever works, whatever sells, then you can have a certain number of some thousands or some kind of fans you can have, followers or fans, okay? So popularity, especially in the young generation, it's like social media popularity, and then comes mainstream popularity. So these karmics, coming to other things also, could be wealth, could be beauty, could be body, could be image consciousness, could be giving the masculine or the twin flame a dose of false love and making it look like it's true love. Very good in acting. So in the three-dimensional reality, the karmics are very good with these type of things. Like either the karmic will have lot of money, okay? So the money will become a challenge, and it will also become a point, a problematic or a trigger point for the twin flame, who would feel that the twin flame connection or the union is not working out because they don't have any money, because they are poor, they are low on status, but the karmic is high on status, the karmic has a lot of money, the karmic is like, supported, well supported. So the twin flame runs away to the karmic, thinking that karmic is the one who suits him better than the twin, okay, the divine counterpart. Then is beauty or good looks. So when your twin flame leaves you for another person, they could be like, oh my god, this person is so hot, so attractive, so beautiful, or so sexy, or whatever, Now they may be or they may not be in reality. Like once you overcome this situation, this problem, once you heal your blocks that keep you in the karmic patterns, karmic loops, then you will realize the karmic is not that good looking, she's not that gorgeous, he's not that sexy or whatever. I am far more better. And you will get a lot of signs because you will fall in love with yourself more after you release those traumas or release those blocks. Then comes your image or smothering of love. So it's literally like the karmics are very well trained, or they are very, very nice in making a man feel, because they don't care about the man, to be honest. So it's very easy to make a person feel that they love him, and they will make sure if they spend a night with a man or if they spend 2-3 hours with a man, they will completely make him feel like, he is the one and she loves him so much. She's all about him. Even if she doesn't care for him, because her goal is to just get the man going crazy for her. That's it. Get the man go crazy for her. And some way or the other, obviously the twin, the divine counterpart who's running away from his real connection or her real connection, for that person, they also feel that, so-and-so person is better because of these things. Not because they are not yet healed, they are not healed. They have not cleared their wounds, or their awakening is not yet happened. It's not full complete awakening. So they still feel like, this person, the karmic, is better because of whatever they possess. Like the karmic has a big ass. I'm just saying, okay, and this would apply for false twins a lot. Especially if it's a man and it's a false twin, he would definitely go for a woman who's very wealthy, who's very rich, in the sense she's going to take care of him, she's going to spend on him, she's going to make him feel like, and for her later on, that's how it is for her, she's keeping the man because she has the money, but the man is also attracted towards her in some sexual way. He feels that, okay, if I marry this girl, not only will I get this type of body, but I'll also get this much money, and I'll not have to do anything, and she's going to take care of me, blah, blah, blah. So maybe it is a type of masculine, because a false twin flame who's a man will never be a provider. Never be a provider, because being a healed masculine means he's a protector and a provider, and he would never be. So he would need protection from a woman. He would need someone has to be a provider for him. He's only going to be there to have a good time. He only wants to have a good time. Okay. And it's very toxic energy, let me tell you. So if you have been in a false twin relationship where this type of thing happened, or you met this type of a man who was taking all your money, who was after your money, then you need to understand, then once you heal from this type of person, once you get out of this dynamic, you will meet your twin flame. Your twin flame would be obviously a much better person. He would be independent. He would not need anybody's money or this or that, but he would be very attached to money, or he would be extremely like money. He would want to earn money. All the time he's thinking about money. He thinks that having a lot of money will give him social status. He thinks that having a lot of money will take him somewhere in life, and this and that. Okay. And money is required if you want to exist in the society. All those things he is going to think about. Okay. And he will also be a part of some kind of business or some kind of system where he is also going to prove to other people by earning a lot of money that I am good enough. Okay. So from meeting a false twin, falling in love with a false twin, wasting or spending time, because it's also spending and learning, with a false twin who leaves you for a rich, wealthy woman who's also, has some kind of looks, you come across, finally you meet your twin. And this is just one example, okay? There can be many examples, and as I always say, that gender has got nothing to do with the energy you have, okay? So say she or he, so you being a female, you attract a man now who's not like that. You work on yourself, you do your inner work, and you know that now the person that I'm gonna be with, he would not be like that, okay? He will not be, he's not never gonna leave me for a woman who has money, okay? And you might be in poverty consciousness at that time. You might be in really low energies where you don't have any money, you have no independence, you have no job, or even if you try to do a job, you keep, falling in that. It just never works out for you, okay? So two things happen to such people. People who do not get out of this zone, they also become a false twin flame. So from being a potential twin flame, they become a false twin flame. And I have said this last time also, I said it, that becoming a divine masculine and becoming a divine feminine is in itself a very, very, very revered and sacred position. Lot of people who say, I am a divine masculine, I am a divine feminine, they don't know what is a divine feminine and what is a divine masculine, because you're born with this energy, okay? You can also get a reading to find out more about yourself and about your twin flame journey. The details are given in the description box, and you can simply book the reading using the PayPal link. However, kindly do not share your twin flame journey with me in advance. Once you book the reading, you just let me know that I have taken this reading. Whatever, I'm so and so and I've taken this reading, and I will get back to you and I'll tell you the next steps after that. Okay? For therapies like karmic release, third party blocks release, and transmutation of love and chakra therapy, again you can check out the description box, all the details are given. So this problem that was shown to you in false twin, there's a reason behind it. Whatever the false twin does to you, or whatever the type of person he eventually leaves with, this person, the false twin, and the karmic he chooses to marry, as opposed to you, whatever qualities they have, whatever the karmic possesses, you are going to possess that also energetically, okay? And when you realize that you have it all, you don't need anything, you have it all, you don't need anything, then the twin flame will show you certain challenges. Like he would be very money conscious, or he would be social status. So it would be next step of whatever you were into, which means that you have to keep doing your inner work and you have to keep clearing the areas near to your chakras so that you can release the blocks that stop you from being aligned with your own energetic discs. All these chakras are energy discs basically. When you are unhealed, you are not aligned with them, okay? And that's the reason why you cannot take the advantage or the benefit from them. So these karmics are being sent to you because the karmic has to be your teacher here. And without showing any ego, you need to accept this. Because you also feel that the karmic is better than me. That's why the karmic has my love. And now I'm not talking about false twin. I'm talking to all those people who attracted their twin flame. They know it's a deep connection. Even the twin knows it's a deep connection. But he still chooses someone else over you. So all those qualities that you see in the karmic, these are the qualities that you need to work on. And I'm not saying you have to become another version of karmic. That's not what it means. It means that those things that are triggering you about the karmic, those are the places that you need to work on. And there can be many things, right from physical features to social status to just how she is. Like you could be thinking that why did he choose her and why not me? Oh, because she is like this, A, B, C, D, E, G, F, I, J, K, L, whatever, So, the karmics have a certain type of energy which has also some kind of confidence, okay? Which means that when she meets the twin, some of them know that this man belongs to somebody else. They know it, okay? This man or this woman belongs to someone else. but I gotta get this one because this one is damn good. There is obviously something very attractive in the twin flame, so they want that. Everybody wants that. And till the time the twin flame is not clear, once they become clear, okay, fine, I am so and so, then it's a different thing. Till the time they're not fully clear, they don't know, what's happening to them. And mostly this happens to the person who's stuck in the matrix reality, right? So the karmic looks at this person and she does not think, she or he does not think that this is a challenging situation. On the contrary, they look at the twin flame and they see and they say that I can get this person very easily. And look at you are struggling. You are constantly thinking that there are negative situations, there are this blocks, that blocks. He won't like me because I am thin, he won't like me because I'm dark, he won't like me because I'm too tall or too short or too fair or to this or to that. Whatever it is that you feel. So you are constantly fearing and living in those fear-based energies. Whereas she is like, he's gonna come to me because I got a body like this. He's gonna come to me because I got hair like this. He's gonna come to me because I'm a person like this. He's gonna come to me because I'm so amazing. There is so much confidence is oozing out from that karmic. And at the end, when you do very deep inner work, you'll always realize that you are attracted to a person not because of anything else, but because of the confidence they possess in them. Because confidence comes from our solar plexus, which is our root, which is our third chakra, the Manipura chakra. So a twin flame always gets attracted to confidence. And in general also they like confident people. Okay, they get drawn to them. But when they are in low energies, when they are in weaker energies, that's the time when they attract those type of people who have fake confidence or superficial confidence. Okay. Now some of the karmics also have this programmed confidence, we would say. It is not real confidence. They have it because of their parents, very strong karmic parents they have, who have told them, oh my daughter, oh my son, they're constantly pampering them, constantly putting them on the pedestal. They have all these thoughts about themselves. So they feel that nothing can take it away from them. They just have to point a finger at something and they'll get it. Because some of the parents, of the karmics, they pamper them a lot since childhood. They always teach them this, that you can get whatever you want as long as it's something that we can buy, So they have, and I'm talking about the ones who are in the money zone, okay. Then there are those who are in the body zone. Some of the karmics may not be very rich, but they could be very confident about their bodies, or they could be even very confident about the way they can catch a fish from the ocean. Okay, so they could be very well trained. Like if you look at Kylie Jenner, like if you look at Kris Jenner, she has trained all her daughters. And every time they go through some kind of a breakup or some kind of this, she is always there to give them tips because she's done that all her life. She's very good in finding a man, and even now she's dating someone much younger to her and she's very, very happy, that's what they show to the world. But in today's day and time, when she has grown up children and she has so many grandchildren, she has a boyfriend who's 3 decades younger to her, around 3 decades younger to her, who listens to her, who's there with her. And most of the times whenever she gets into relationships, she's always in long-term relationships, but only till the time they are fruitful for her in the materialistic reality. As long as the relationship makes sense, they are even ready to have children with that person. And they always have children with people who are financially very well off, financially very sound. And then if they move on to another guy, again they are like, okay, to hell with the last one, But they always use the children. So karmics always use the children to get their things done. And look at these Kardashians, they are so successful, all of them, And that's why they are indirectly or directly teaching a whole generation of women on how to live their life. So in the karmic or the 3-dimensional reality, they are successful, and if they don't have something, then they will go for surgeries. They will go for some kind of lip fillers, Botox, all of these enhancements, physical enhancements, and they never get botched. There are so many stories on internet where people get botched or they go through some kind of procedure that goes wrong, but they have never gone through any procedure which has gone wrong on them. All the procedures, and this is why I think, who is their doctor? They could be having some really amazing doctor who's only dedicated to work on them. Because without, one of the best doctors, surgeons or plastic surgeons or anyone who's administrating this whole thing, that person has to be amazing, because the Kardashians always look perfect. Always look perfect. Always. It could be makeup, it could be the cameras, it could be the filters. I don't deny that. It could be the clothes. It's like everything combined. But yes, that's the image they project, that we are perfect. Okay? So this is what karmics do. They project that they are perfect. Now, the feminines and the masculines, when they basically learn these karmic tricks on planet Earth, they learn it because how they learn it or why they learn it is because they need it for the mission work. And they also have to come to a conclusion that if these demonic people, if these evil people, or if these greedy people, or if these money-minded people, or if these extremely highly karmic people, if these 3D people can do it, if they can achieve it only for their ego satisfaction, only for image build-up, only for their sustenance on planet Earth, then why can't I do it for my mission work? That's the only question they ask, okay? So coming back to this point, initial point, and I've covered all 3 parts of it. You meet the karmic because you need to know what you lack. What is the thing that makes you feel that you are not confident enough, Like you should be very confident. Like if I talk to a man, the man is going to fall for me. If you work on your confidence and later on he's not the right man for you, he's not the one for you, then you will lose interest in that person and you won't even feel bad about it. It's not like you'll get into a relationship, then you'll get too far into it, then you'll break up. No. You will test that person out, and if you feel that this testing does not go anywhere, then you will move on. Okay. So true love does not come to you in 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. And even if you feel that you've found your twin flame, then don't just hastily jump into a relationship or a huge commitment. Just keep going with the flow. Don't be in a hurry, and that will help you a lot. So on this note, I'll close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.